will be addressing COVID-19 vaccination in Japan. Any vaccine rollout program comprises three central elements: vaccine supply, people to administer the vaccine, and a demand from the population to receive the vaccine. Currently, the Pfizer vaccine has been approved and is already being used. Japan has procured enough supply to vaccinate its population. We aim to address the remaining two elements in our proposal. Despite never having government-enforced lockdowns or mandates, Japan has not suffered as severely compared to many other countries. The total number of cases now exceeds 445,000, with over 8,000 deaths. From this graph, it can be seen that the vast majority of the cases have been reported among people aged 20 to 50, as represented by the bars. However, the deaths have been considerably higher among the older generations, as represented by the red line. Although the scales of these axes are different, the pattern is clear. According to the most recent census, 34% of Japan's population is over the age of 60. Thus, the vaccine is urgently required.
But, despite this, vaccine hesitancy in Japan is among the highest in the world. The hesitancy arose primarily due to the failure with prior vaccination programs involving HPV, MMR, and DTWP. As a result, the government removed mandates for these vaccines and relied on voluntary compliance. As an example, the uptake of HPV vaccine decreased from 70% to 1%. Nonetheless, a recent study found that 21% of mothers were willing to accept the vaccine for their children. After more information was provided, this willingness increased to 50.2%. Another study showed that in 2005, only 63.1% of health practitioners received the annual flu vaccine. After a targeted education program was launched, this improved to approximately 97% over 7 years. This is crucial, as healthcare practitioners are highly influential and their recommendations valued. The important question is whether people will be accepting of the COVID-19 vaccine. Reports from recent studies showed that between 62 and 65.6% of people want to receive the COVID-19 vaccine, with 22% of them still unsure. People aged 20 to 40 were the most hesitant. Additionally, for safe opening and execution of the Olympic Games scheduled to start on the 23rd of July, there is a pressing need to protect the Japanese population and their guests. This uniquely Japanese problem requires a uniquely Japanese solution. And what is more Japanese than Pokemon?
We envision a campaign in collaboration with a Pokemon company to provide a specially designed, limited edition of the popular Pokemon trading card game. This special gift will be provided upon vaccination. Each pack will contain 3 cards, of which 1 is a random card of the new set and 2 are reprints. A unique QR code provided within each pack will allow you to access special rewards within the Pokemon Go app. These cards will be designed to incorporate traditional folklore characters to appeal to all people, young and old. The sets of cards come in 2 versions of 19 each. The probability of opening the rarest cards in your unique pack means that a relatively small number of complete sets exist. The fact that this set is only available in Japan will create excitement among Pokemon collectors worldwide. Pokemon is the most valuable entertainment franchise in the world, with a total revenue of $95 billion since inception. Started in 1996 as a video game, after which it penetrated all entertainment media, its popularity exploded with a revolutionary augmented reality Pokemon Go app in 2016. By far, most of the people who showed interest in purchasing the latest Pokemon game fall within our target demographic, which includes individuals aged 20 to 40. For those not interested in collecting, the resale market of Pokemon cards has recently exploded, increasing by 574% in 2020, even prior to the declaration of the global pandemic. Tabletop and board games have increased in value since the declaration. We therefore expect an even better year of growth for the secondary market. We believe that these 2 aspects will provide incentive for people to get vaccinated. We aim to reach the older generation who identify strongly with more traditional games. The QR code provides dual access to even more collaborators, some of which will feature online popular board games such as Go.
In order to reach our target demographic, we will make use of broadcast media and the most popular social media platforms in Japan. A survey in 2019 found that Japanese people spend an average of 2.5 hours watching TV per day. Collaborating with celebrities, such as the Japanese members of the popular band Twice, would reach up to 17.2 million of their Instagram followers. Most importantly, we will be providing targeted information to doctors, nurses, and pharmacists through printed information packages and the already existing chatbot that provides detailed answers to a variety of questions regarding vaccination. Traditional medicine is still widely used and trusted in Japan. JTT, as an example, has been shown to complement the use of the H3N2 vaccine by prolonging antibody production. Although studies are underway, there is a lack of evidence to support the benefit in the case of COVID-19. And even if studies showed a significant benefit, there is an insufficient supply of raw materials to cater to the demand. Thus, it is important to approach pharmacists to endorse and encourage the use of vaccines.
The current vaccination strategy targets healthcare workers first, followed by people aged 65 and above. However, we propose an alternative spatio-temporal distribution strategy. Instead of targeting based on demographic, we plan to implement a multifaceted approach of location and age groups, starting with the current hotspots. These include the Greater Tokyo and Osaka areas that have been problematic throughout the pandemic. By covering the current target, we would vaccinate 37 million people, which makes up a large proportion of the Japanese population, homeless and elderly. Within these areas, we will first vaccinate the age group showing the highest level of infection, as these people are the main vectors for disease transmission. Additionally, a safe initial rollout of the vaccine is crucial for eliminating hesitancy. Through active monitoring, we will move our vaccination efforts to where it is needed. By covering major cities first, we will allow time for approval of alternative vaccines that do not require as demanding storage infrastructure, making them more feasible for distribution to rural areas. Stadiums, school grounds, and spacious warehouses will be used to accommodate the vaccination of high numbers of people safely and efficiently. Additionally, 50 mobile clinics will be used to reach those who may have trouble commuting. Through NGOs, we will reach the homeless. Japan has promised to use only doctors and nurses to administer the vaccine. Based on their current vaccination plan, we calculated that we need 22,000 volunteers each day. To encourage volunteer participation, each half day would count towards enrollment in a raffle for a handsome cash prize of at least $10,000. Our program will start in March after collaborations with relevant stakeholders and production of the cards. By mid-April, vaccinations will be rolled out. By May, people will start receiving their second dose. August onwards, we will move on to our next locations. By November, we expect single-dose vaccines to be available for distribution. Our aim is to conclude in March with at least 70% population over the age of 16 vaccinated.
Most of our budget will be allocated to card manufacturing, based on a printing cost of 5 cents per card, and $5 million for design and distribution. Based on current Pokemon print runs, this is well within their capability. Further funds are allocated to advertising, including over 193,000 hours of commercials. The rest is spent on our mobile clinics, volunteer incentives, NGOs, and community-based organizations. As with all plans, there are always potential snags. In order to minimize the potential risk of side effects, we will be first vaccinating younger, healthier individuals to control false health associations. If reactions do occur, we will not stall the availability of vaccines, but will consider patient history more strictly. Card forgery is common, but measures are in place to prove authenticity, but we do not foresee any impact within our timeline. In an attempt to collect more cards, some people may try to get revaccinated. This will be avoided by requiring proof of identification and the use of digital data recording. We believe that by applying a reward-based approach, we will vaccinate at least 70% of the population versus the current estimates of 62% over the age of 16, all without villainizing traditional medicine. Also, by educating the practitioners, we will address vaccine hesitancy. After a year of gloom, it is time to have some fun. Thank you.